Welcome to the Oracle Fusion webinar session. The topic for today is why should you actually move from Sage or QuickBooks to Oracle Fusion. These are the agendas for today's discussion. Why should one migrate to Oracle Fusion? What are the benefits of Oracle Fusion? What is modern finance and the best practices in finance? Some of the out-of-the-box Oracle Fusion features and a comparison of Oracle Fusion with QuickBooks on Sage. Also, the migration of the old transactional data from QuickBooks or Sage to Oracle Fusion. Oracle Cloud gives you access to the emerging technologies to transform the whole ERP experience, which we can see from the graphical representations. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Internet of Things are the major benefits of moving to the cloud, which are integrated with Oracle Fusion. The key features and metrics of Oracle Fusion are that it increases the return of investment by 3.2 times and reduces the cost of total ownership by 52% compared to what the existing Oracle provides. It also benefits some of the customers who are using on-premise, could be other Oracle products or Sage or the QuickBooks. 95% business supported by agile finance leaders are likely to increase the product profitability. Oracle Fusion delivers more than 180 modern business practices. Moving to cloud avoids the risk of technology obsolescence, which drops to zero. So, the technology obsolescence, which is highly seen in the on-premise environment, reduces to zero in cloud environment. These are the benefits of moving into Oracle Cloud, which Oracle or any business generally is into classic finance. And Oracle Fusion is a modern finance approach. For example, in classic finance, analyst or the manager spends a lot of time in collecting data. The data could be related to the transaction or could be related to perform any analytics which requires a lot of data. The data is spread across various places such as different spreadsheets, different systems, which apparently increases the time spent in collecting all the data, maintaining a common spreadsheet and analyzing the data ends up with issues where the data could not be correct due to managing a lot of spreadsheets and many data sources, which is again a time consuming process and leads to error. Whereas in modern finance we can collect the data on the same day because the Oracle Cloud is integrated with all the applications you may use as a third party or Oracle ERP as such. You can perform the analysis on the same day as the collection of data is very fast and it allows you to perform the analytics on runtime. You spend a lot of time on analytics rather than data collection, which helps the growth of a business. You can interact with the decision maker frequently because you need not spend much time on data collection and analytics. You can come up with solutions quickly and interact with the decision maker in solving the business problems. These are the key benefits of modern finance that attracts any QuickBooks or Sage users to move from classic to modern finance. These are the best practices of modern finance. Apart from finance, there are other multiple business processes across various domains like human capital management, portfolio management, which has a lot of business processes which Oracle Fusion delivers. The modern finance best practices grow efficiently with automation and real-time reporting. These are the best practices of modern finance. Apart from finance, there are multiple business processes across various domains like human capital management, customer relationship management, or supply chain management. It also includes the project management, project portfolio management, which has a lot of business processes which Oracle Fusion delivers. The modern finance best practices grow efficiently with automation and real-time reporting. Some of the business processes are budget to approval. Nowadays, many organizations have some budget for their expenses or their revenue so that they could plan, control, process approval for the budget. Asset acquisition to retirement. Here, you can effectively manage your asset, which is a part of your business, from acquiring to depreciating to transfer, make adjustments, and then finally retiring in case of selling the assets or if they are scraped out. Expense report reimbursement. Some of the big organizations send their employees for business meetings, and all the business expenses incurred by the employee are reimbursed frequently to the employee. To manage those business processes, Oracle Fusion delivered a module called Expense Management, which fulfills the requirement. This module is accessible through various devices such as Android phones, iPhones, iPads, laptops, and desktops. Another business process is supplier invoice to payment. This process helps any organization that buys something like an inventory, asset, or expense receives the supplier or vendor invoices. They enter the invoices into the payable application, and on a certain date they make the payment to the supplier. So those tasks will be taken care by supplier invoice to payment. Customer invoice to receipt. A lot of business sells goods and services to various industries or customers, and the invoice generations to collection of receipts from the customers are in receivables management in Fusion Finance is one of the modules which help any business to account, generate invoices, collect money from the customer frequently. They can generate the statement on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. They can also perform the collection activity, which helps businesses reduce the risks of bad debts. Customer statement to collection. The company or organization sends due statements to the customers and later collect the remaining payment. They can also have a track and analyze whether there are any risk. Bank transaction to cash position. This feature helps to know the cash balances that are available. Daily close to forecast. This feature helps in tracking forecasted balances for the next day or week. Another business process is period close to financial reports. Report to forecast. This helps in generating the forecasted report. Period close to tax position. This helps in generating the tax amount after all the expenses. Tax provision to statutory filing. This helps to save a sum of amount that is to be paid as tax. These are some examples of Oracle Fusion's business processes which helps Sage or QuickBooks user to migrate from their ERP to Oracle Fusion. Oracle Financial Clouds consist of these modules or features: financial management, financial reporting, financial analytics, planning and budgeting, cash and treasury management, travel and expense management, order capture, revenue and collections, governance, risk, and compliance. This Fusion application is accessible through mobile phones, laptops, desktops, and iPads. It has social networking where a business user can collaborate and interact with each other to resolve the issues or share information with each other, which helps in auditing as well. It has integration in the application that helps to integrate with third party, including Sage to Fusion, Fusion to Sage, QuickBooks to Sage, QuickBooks to Fusion, or Fusion to QuickBooks. It improves the productivity and increase insight. These are the out-of-the-box features of Oracle Fusion. Financial Reporting Center provides the board quality financial statement. Smart View helps business users to perform the financial analytics in the spreadsheet. The Fusion application is integrated with Microsoft Excel through Smart View. Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence, which is also called as the OTBI, helps the business users to perform ad hoc transactional queries. Oracle Fusion Financials captures the information in a multidimensional view for all the ledger balances, which they store in a multidimensional table, and helps the user do a multidimensional analysis and reduce the time and effort. It is also integrated with AP, AR, FA, inventory, etc. You can opt in real-time updates to multidimensional balances that are embedded in General Ledger and Hyperledger architecture. It delivers continuous insight to decision makers with self-service reporting and analysis against real-time accounting information. You can drill down into any levels of detail from anywhere. You can also analyze past, present, or future high performances with date-effective hierarchies. Another out-of-the-box features for the C-level executives dashboard basically provides the dashboard for any business which helps the finance team, or it could be supply chain team or CRM or human capital management. These are the sample dashboards which you can manage the general ledger calendar, the sub ledger, and you can also see the travel cost for each reason. You can also perform the reconciliation, or you can also see the capital project, budget head versus actuals. You will also have some contracts and would like to see how much it has been utilized. What are the expenses? What are the revenue versus forecast or revenue trend or employees retentions or complaints? Some of the task codes basically give the high-level picture about the organizations in terms of finances, supply chains or human capital management. You can also view the financial report, as you can see in the highlight quarterly trend and expenses by cost center diagram. In cost center, you can see your revenue and net income, ROE, ROA and comparative analysis of 2 years in the pie chart. You can see the revenue and income statement, planning and budgeting, which can be very interactive and can be exported into various formats. It could be a spreadsheet or Word or a PowerPoint. It helps the business to present in front of the stakeholders about the data, how much revenue have been generated, or what are the expenses or some of the critical metrics of their business. Now let us see the comparison between Oracle Fusion Cloud and Sage and QuickBooks. Oracle Fusion is basically on the cloud and so are Sage and QuickBooks. But how is Oracle Fusion different from Sage or QuickBooks? The Oracle Fusion has complete enterprise cloud such as ERP, EPM, HR, manufacturing supply chain and CRM. Oracle Fusion basically provides you a lot of scope, whereas Sage or QuickBooks may not provide you a full scope of ERP, as QuickBooks is an accounting software whereas Sage is an ERP. They do not have all the modules that Oracle can deliver. On top of ERP, you can get the benefits of EPM, which is Enterprise Performance Management, where you can do planning, budgeting, finances reporting, and also perform tax reporting and financial consolidation. And also close activity without any issues, which is integrated with Oracle ERP. Then we can see another capability, which is basically enterprise-wide single data module. So basically it sits on a single data module in Oracle Fusion where we cannot see in a Sage or QuickBooks. Extensibility and application development. So Oracle Fusion basically provides the extended application to develop the custom application for your business, where it helps a business to do customization to fulfill the business process requirement, embedded analytics without data warehouse. So you do not have to worry about the data warehouse in Oracle Fusion, as it is embedded with analytics, unlike Sage and QuickBooks, where you have to rely on the data warehouse. Also, managing the data warehouse will increase the cost of your operations. Another capability we can discuss is embedded and contextual social and collaboration. Similar to social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, sharing personal and social topics is also possible in Oracle Fusion application, where you can interact and resolve certain issues and helps to collaborate with your peers. Next capability is integrated intelligent imaging, which helps businesses in reducing a lot of effort in terms of account payable clerk. It requires a lot of data to generate invoices which they receive from suppliers or vendors into the system. Validating and accounting is time consuming, and data entry requires a lot of energy and effort. Therefore, Oracle Fusion has come up with the integrated intelligent imaging solutions, which scans the soft or hard copy of invoices received from the supplier and sends it to the dedicated email ID that Oracle provides. Oracle processes the invoices using the Image Intelligent solution, and it creates the invoices in the Fusion application automatically. You can also view, validate, and account the transaction, which is automated. To name a few, there are other capabilities such as enterprise-wise planning, including financials, workforce, sales, supply chain, territory, project planning, which can perform security and risk management, unlike in Sage and QuickBooks, where you have to rely on the third-party application to deliver these features. Excel integration and reporting is available in Oracle Fusion, which eases the task. It is configurable without the need of IT support or technical skills, which is available in many ERP solutions. Drive insight into right-time decision making is scalable to global expansion, easy employee experience, and complies with local regulations. These are the high-level comparisons, and now let's discuss the product-level comparison. Oracle Fusion automates invoice creations through invoice scanning or intelligent imaging, as we discussed earlier. It automates the bank statement reconciliation process and procurement through agreement and contracts. It integrates procurement with Oracle e-commerce vendor for day-to-day business purchase needs. It gives you a feel of an e-commerce purchase like Oracle procurement, as it is integrated with e-commerce portal where you can purchase business needs and make payments to your vendors. It has complex approval workflow that can be figured to streamline the business process at procurement, payables, inventory, payment, receivables, and general ledger, etc. Mobile expense to handle the employee travel is another feature that helps organizations to reimburse their employees for the expenses made during their business travels. It has planning and budgeting that helps in cost control and maximizes profitability. Oracle Fusion automates the data entry in all the supply chain and finances using ADFDI and FBDI pre-built templates. Using these pre-built templates, you can populate all the transactional data with less efforts and zero errors. You can also automate the master data creations like suppliers, customers, parts, items, and bank account, etc. So master data creation consumes a lot of time, like in many organizations, and that's where Oracle Fusion helps in reducing the time and efforts. The pre-built templates can be used to load the suppliers, customers, or item details. Data analytics for all the users at lower, middle, or top level by utilizing the tools like OTBI, Dashboard, Financials Reporting Studio, and SmartView, which are non-technical and IT dependency is close to nil. Oracle Fusion supports asset management, cross-currency payment for the global vendors and customers, and collaboration with vendor and customers through self-service supplier portal and bill management, which is real-time and paperless. Effective interaction between the supplier and the customer is possible through supplier portal and bill management portal. It also supports multi-country and multi-currency entity consolidation and intercompany elimination, which are highly automated in Oracle Fusion. Sage has this feature, whereas QuickBooks does not have it and requires manual efforts. Oracle Fusion supports supplier qualification and procurement, which can help any industry to choose right vendor for the supply requirement and grow frequently. These are the product level comparisons as we have seen. Now let's move on to the technical features of Oracle Fusion and why should one actually move into it. The answer is the big picture, which we can see here. AFMS is the accelerated tool developed by Aspire Systems to help any organizations who use QuickBooks or Sage to move their transactional as well as their configuration data with less effort in lesser time. From the architecture, you can see the REST or SOAP local folders, which ESS transforms the script and handles the exceptions and log messages. AFMS is hosted in the client-side server and it is effectively handles the exception and displays in UI. Some of the reconciliation reports will be used to review the count of loading between the source and the target from QuickBooks to Fusion or from Sage or to Fusion. Some of the reconciliation reports show you what are the data which resulted in error or which data is processed without any issues. So these are the Fusion integrations workflow that explains from how QuickBooks, the customer, company information, invoices, bill payment, deposits, estimates, journals, purchase orders or your vendor or your item which are the master data of the transactional data, even the opening balances from payables, receivables or inventory management could be extracted. Calling the REST services automatically generates the JSON files which helps as per Fusion migration solution transforming data stored in QuickBooks and Sage and populates into Oracle Fusion with less time and effort. It transforms the data which is extracted from QuickBooks or Sage and does the mapping. Default sum of the data generates the XLST file and invokes the SOAP services which is a part of Oracle Fusion. It validates and creates data in the Oracle Fusion system. This high-level solution that as per Fusion migration solution has come up with will help you in moving from QuickBooks or Sage in a lesser time and effort. The implementation time can be reduced to a great extent with this kind of an accelerator. So these are the topics we discussed today in the webinar on why should you migrate from Sage or QuickBooks to Oracle Fusion. Thank you.